I always ask viewers to like the video, share their thoughts, and tell me where they're watching from, but today, before I begin, I'm truly curious. Because this story, this memory, still feels like a quiet whisper that follows me everywhere. A moment I didn't expect. A moment that changed more than I realized. My name is Claire Morgan. I'm 35 years old, and until recently, I believed silence was something you chose. I was wrong. Silence can also be something that's forced on you slowly, carefully, until one day you realize you've been living inside it for years. I live in Fort Collins, Colorado, in a modest apartment just far enough from the city to feel calm, but close enough to feel connected. I work as an accounting assistant for a regional medical supplier. It's steady work, honest work, the kind that keeps your feet on the ground. At home, it was just me and my husband, Evan Morgan. He was 37, confident, polished, always smelling faintly of expensive cologne. Evan worked in corporate sales management, the kind of man who could convince anyone of anything except, apparently, his own wife that she mattered. From the outside, we looked fine, stable, respectable. 8 years of marriage, no kids, no chaos. But inside the house, warmth had quietly disappeared. June 12th was supposed to be special. It was our 8th wedding anniversary and Evan's birthday. I took a half day off work. I drove across town to buy his favorite red wine. I stopped at a specialty butcher to pick out short ribs I could barely afford. I decorated the balcony with soft lights, laid out an ivory tablecloth, even ordered a custom cake with a simple message written neatly on top. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. By 7 p.m., I was ready. At 8 o'clock. I lit the candles. At 9 o'clock, I texted him. I'm waiting. No reply. At 9:30, I called. It rang until voicemail answered. At 10:35 p.m. An email finally arrived. Sorry, client emergency. Staying late. We'll make it up later. No apology. No acknowledgement. No happy anniversary. The candles had burned down to nothing. The food sat untouched. I stood there holding the folded napkin I had placed at his seat, feeling something inside me quietly slip out of alignment. That night, I put everything away alone. I didn't cry. That was the strange part. Instead, something colder settled in. The next morning, I went to work as usual. No messages from Evan, no calls. By noon, unease twisted into something heavier. I called his office. The receptionist hesitated before saying, "Oh, he resigned 3 days ago." He didn't leave forwarding details. My heart stopped. 3 days ago. That meant Evan already knew he was leaving before our anniversary. Before my calls, before the dinner meant nothing to him. He hadn't been busy. He had been disappearing. I drove home in a fog, my hands gripping the steering wheel like it might anchor me to reality. The apartment felt wrong the moment I stepped inside. Too quiet. The shoe rack caught my eye first. Evan's brown leather dress shoes, the ones he wore for important meetings, were gone. I called his name. Nothing. Then I saw him. Evan stood in the bedroom, packing quickly. A suitcase lay open on the bed. New clothes, a suit I'd never seen. Shoes still bearing price tags. "What are you doing?" I asked. He barely looked at me. "I took a job in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I start next week." My stomach dropped. "You quit your job without telling me?" He didn't answer. Instead, he pulled out a folder and placed it on the table. "Divorce papers. You're no longer the wife I need," he said, flat and detached. I stared at him, stunned. "I work. I contribute." "I try. You prioritize work," he interrupted. "The house isn't perfect. You cook only sometimes. You stop trying." The words felt rehearsed. Empty excuses dressed as reasons. "I supported you for 8 years," I said quietly. I waited. I adjusted. I erased parts of myself. "That was your choice," he replied. He zipped the suitcase, walked past me. and left without another word. The door clicked shut. Final. 2 days later, building management called. Evan had requested the lease be terminated. He had informed them I would move out by the end of the month. That night, I discovered something strange. Every major purchase, the furniture, the appliances, was under my name. Evan had taken only his clothes. He hadn't just left me. He had left empty. I didn't sign the divorce papers right away. They sat on the table for days. Then a notification appeared my 18-year. High school reunion in Denver. Almost didn't go, but something told me this was the night I needed to prove to myself that I still existed. The reunion was loud, messy, alive. And then I saw Daniel Brooks, an old classmate with kind eyes and a quiet confidence. We talked, shared stories. No pity, no pressure. For the first time in years, I felt seen. A week after I signed the divorce papers, Evan emailed me. One word in the subject line: proof. Attached was a marriage certificate. Evan had remarried. His new wife was Sophia Reynolds, 34, daughter of a powerful real estate family in New Mexico. Her parents had given them a house. Evan now held an executive position in their company. He called moments later proud. She doesn't work, he said. She knows her role. Then he added, we're having a baby girl. I felt nothing. Later, curiosity led me to search Sophia's name online, and that's when I froze. Sophia Reynolds used to be someone else, a quiet girl from my high school years, someone I barely recognized now. Her appearance had changed completely, but her eyes hadn't. I called my best friend, Megan Parker. She reinvented herself, Megan said. But the past doesn't disappear. It just waits. I understood then. Evan hadn't left me for love. He left for an illusion. Almost a year later, Evan called again. His voice was different, confused, afraid. The baby doesn't look like us, he said. I don't understand. I listened quietly. Genetics can't be edited, I replied calmly. He told me Sophia refused to hold the baby. That something about reality had cracked the life they build on appearances. I ended the call gently but firmly. I had moved on. I now live in Loveland, Colorado. I worked fewer hours. I breathe more. I laugh again, sometimes with Daniel, sometimes alone. Peace, I learned, is louder than any apology. Evan built a life on lies. I built mine on truth, and only one of us is free.